A lot of people, when it comes to applying for a US visa, tend to focus more on the US visa interview questions at the embassy and how to answer them more than the visa application process. That is an error. A lot of people who apply for visas have denied themselves the visas already, even before the day of their visa interview at the embassy, but they don't know. There are cases where people just leave visa interview application for travel agents. Even before you contacting a travel agent, you have denied yourself a visa based on the personal life you are living, but you don't know. And you just think this embassy don't have access to these things. They do. So I want to reveal these things to you. Because everybody seems to be focusing more on the, oh, Nusa Comedy, my US visa interview is coming up next month. It's coming up in 3 months. Please, what do I do? Do you have questions that you are focusing more on the visa interview? How was your visa application process? Then your personal life before you even applied for that visa, before you used the travel agent to apply for that visa. What kind of life are you living? Many of you don't pay attention to these things, but I will break it down to your understanding. Because, like I have clearly stated before, I enjoy to hear and see people get visas. And before now, I have created contents on US visa interview questions at the embassy. But this is an upgraded version. And this content is going to come in series. Because for those who might not know, in just few months since President Donald Trump assumed office, thousands of people have been deported from the US to their various countries. And for those who might not also know, few days ago, the US revoked all visas, be it visitor visa, work visas, student visas, other types of visas granted to South Sudanese passport holders, cancelled. Yes, that is to say, the US few days ago revoked all visas granted to South Sudanese passport holders. So if you are from South Sudan and you applied for a US visa with a South Sudanese passport and you were granted that visa, at it stands now, that visa has been revoked. Because according to the US, they repatriated some South Sudanese citizens to South Sudan from here, and the South Sudanese government refused to accept those deportees. And as a result, the US decided to revoke all visas granted to South Sudanese passport holders, that is, people from South Sudan. So you can see that visa application and the US visa itself is no longer what it used to be. Things are changing. So if you refuse to change with this time, you are making a big mistake. So if you think, oh, you have seen a content before where I was discussing how to apply for a visa, how to attend US visa interview at the embassy, those contents are still valid. But I am just adding some certain things to the content I have created before. Because a lot of people pay more attention to visa interview at the embassy more than the visa application process. It is an error. So this is something I want to bring to your knowledge right here, right now. So if you are just coming across me on social media for the first time, my name is Nusa Comedy, the man with the remedy. Many of my fans, they call me Nusa with the sauce from the source. So please do well to subscribe to this channel if you have not yet done so, and also give this content a big thumbs up. Thank you very, very much to my returning and existing subscribers. Now, what kind of life are you living on social media? A lot of people have been denied visa because of their social media presence, because of the kind of life they live on social media. A lot of people have been denied visas. So in some of those cases, these are the people that go to visa interview, and after one question, whether they get it or not, they are not getting that visa because they have showed on social media that they are threats to the citizens of that country they are applying for its visas. For instance, there have been cases where people were denied entry into the US as a result of their social media post. First of all, the US owe it as an obligation of fact to protect its citizens against anybody. So if you are showing that you are a threat and they know this, there is no way they will allow you to this country. There are cases where people posted some kind of contents that went against the US policies. For instance, there are some groups, some people that are not in good terms with the US. And if you are on social media sharing this kind of content, giving positive comments, like you are praising a content that is denigrating the US, you are praising a content that shows how some people from some kind of countries have done something terrible to a US citizen. You are showing solidarity to the people who are doing something hurtful to the US, and they see this on your phone, you will not get a visa. And it's so shocking that a lot of you will apply for a visa. Don't forget, when you are applying for a US visa, you are being asked to submit your social media handles. And even if your social media is private, the US, like from what we have been told, allegedly still have access. They have access to your social media platform if they want to. That is why if you are somebody who have been living a reckless life on social media, you have been threatening people. You threaten people here and there. When you see a content that you don't like, instead of you to just scroll over, you want to make your presence felt on social media by insulting and abusing a content creator. A lot of people have been denied visas for threatening people's lives on social media. A lot of people have been denied entering the US after they landed at a US airport because of their social media lifestyle. There are many of you, you just think social media is a place where you can just come and say anything. No. That is why you will not find a content on social media where I have gone to insult or threaten anybody. You will not find it, not me. This thing I'm telling you, it might sound like, people are losing visas on these matters every single day. While after application, you are focusing, my visa interview is coming next month at the US Embassy. What are those questions? How do I answer? While you are dragging yourself, pay more attention, giving your time, dedicating your time and efforts on how to answer US visa interview questions at the embassy, you are already denied that visa because they have gone through your social media. That is why they requested for it while you were applying for a visa. Hello? But many of you don't pay attention to this thing. And this thing is even more important than the visa interview itself. Because if your lifestyle on social media has shown that you are abusive, has shown that you have some traits of like a terror, they will not give you that visa. I have heard, allegedly, that the embassy, they go through people's social media just to see the kind of content they post. They can find all your content, or they can find all your comments on social media in the last 5 years. If you have been on social media for the last 10 years, all the comments you have made since you came on social media, they can have access to it if they want to. That is why I have told a lot of people, stop insulting people online. Stop threatening people online. Stop cursing people online. Now, there are some of you don't pay attention to your visa application. You gave it to a travel agent. Now, do you have access to the information the travel agent entered in your visa application? These things I am discussing with you now, we have not even landed at the embassy yet. Now we are discussing the process that will lead to the embassy. Do you have access to all the information entered? Now, you that is going for tourism, for a visit, do you know the name of the hotel you will be staying? Do you know where that hotel is located in that city or state in the US? You that they are inviting, do you know the address where the person inviting you is staying? The person's job, what he does for a living? See, we are not at the embassy yet because many of you, you just want the interview questions. If you have not done well in these areas I'm asking you now, you will not get that visa. There is no matter your brilliance, if this process is flawed, you have already denied yourself a visa. You are going to the embassy to waste time for your interview. Many of you don't know. I went through that process. If you are not thorough with this process, the visa interview very easy, because all the questions the visa officer will be asking you, over 90% of them will be coming from your DS-160 form, from your visa form. So how familiar are you with your visa form? If they ask you a question from your visa form, are you going to be stammering? Oh. Well, I talk to people from all over the world regularly when I have the time, so I know what is trending. This process I am discussing with you is much more important than the visa interview. Because if this process is flawed, you are not getting a visa. Don't get it twisted. There have been cases where travel agents applied for visas for people. A single person, travel agent indicated in the DS-160 form that the client is married. And the client went to a visa interview and realized that that visa was applied for him, and it was indicated on the visa form that he's a married man. This is a single person. He was not even told by the travel agent that they indicated in the form that he has a wife. Okay, how will this kind of person pass a visa interview? Because this person was obviously asked, after a series of questions, how about your wife? He said he's not married. The visa officer was not the one telling the guy that from your visa application form here before me, I can see that you are married. The guy was shocked. But these are the type of people that will be focusing more on visa interview questions, not knowing that he has already denied himself the visa. Whether he was the one who made the mistake or the travel agent, this visa has already been denied. So most of you go and focus on these things I'm telling you. All the useless things you have posted on social media, go and review and delete. Like I have clearly stated before, insulting people online will not put food on your table. Insulting and threatening people online have denied people visas upon visas. Now, what is now the gain of insulting people on social media? This is what I'm here to tell you. Go and focus on this thing. And in my next content, I will discuss the updated version of the US visa interview questions at the embassy. So focus on this area, because if you get this area wrong, you will not get visa. So I am concerned. So this is what this content is all about, guys. Thank you very much for listening. I will see you very soon. Have a good one, guys.